We have successfully arrived at Phineas's orbital lab, Captain, and we are still in one piece. Shall I congratulate myself, or would you like to do the honors?
Hello? Can you hear me? Does this work? Oh, damn it! Blast, that's loud. I'm just securing my ongoing experiments. And securing myself. Mind the mess. I haven't had a visitor since... in fact, I've never had a visitor.
Reviving you from hibernation was my greatest accomplishment. Your odds of survival were a mere 28%. Careful, that's my communications terminal. I see you found my portable molecular compression device, better known as a shrink ray. Find a target, point, shoot. Your target will shrink down into a manageable size, whereupon you may commence beating them to a pulp. Feel free to try it on a marauder sometime. Oh, thank the law. Your skin hasn't spontaneously changed color. Potential side effect of the revival process. Very rare, but you never know. Right. Welcome to my little habitation, such as it is. I've got caffeinoids, cysty bits, if you're into that sort of thing. So, welcome. Make yourself at home. My secret hideout is your secret hideout. Not at all, my intrepid accomplice. I should thank you for tolerating my somewhat brusque manner. I only regret that I couldn't save more of your fellow settlers, what with being hunted by the board, and emptying my supply of necessary chemicals. Of course. What's on your mind? Oh, it's not you. I do experiments in that room. Some of them get quite scientific. The unexpected. Regardless, it's... No, and I've been...
Ah, the wanted criminal himself. Pleased to make your acquaintance.
Wait, not another word. I don't want to know your name. I don't want to know who you are. Let's just enjoy our plausible deniability while it lasts, shall we? Why don't you just invite the entire colony to my secret, carefully concealed laboratory? It isn't as if I wanted privacy. Oh, fine. As long as you're vouching for their character and they aren't touching things. For what it's worth, I am pleased that you found a crew, such as they are. You're a natural leader, after all. Law knows Halcyon's in need of real leaders. That's odd. I'm at least 65% certain my What's on? Oh, goodness, no. I wouldn't survive 10 seconds in the blackness of the aether. Well, no, I imagine I'd last at least 12 seconds before I'd lose consciousness and die of hypoxia. Life outside work? No, of course not. My life is my work. For that matter, everyone else's lives are also my work. An entire colony's worth of lives are at stake. It's up to me, up to us to set things right. To answer your question, I'd rather stay right here in my lab. There's too much work to be done. The Hope's colonists won't revive themselves, you know. Because we've lost our way, the board has a stranglehold over this colony, and we've all been conditioned into total obedience. The Hope is full of specialists, scientists, engineers, talented individuals like you, people who haven't been corrupted by the board. Unfortunately, the Hope's colonists have been frozen for decades, well past your shelf life, so to speak. No offense. Precisely. The chemical I need is dimethyl sulfoxide, rare, potent, essential to reviving long-frozen bodies. 10 years. That's how long the average human can remain in hibernation. You were frozen for decades. In theory, you never should have survived the revival process. But the conventional theories are wrong. You're living proof that it can be done. There's yet hope for the Hope. Get it? We'll do our very best to save them all. I'd best get back to work. I can feel my last dose of caffeinoid fading. I hope you're not thinking of ingratiating yourself with the board. Chairman Rockwell and his cronies are not your friends. They might tempt you with promise. What's on your mind? The Sisty Pigs make excellent test subjects. Also surprisingly nutritious.
Want to be a brand new you? Try out our respecification machine. Alex installed it himself, right before he died. I like what you've done with the place. Kitschy collectibles are such a human inclination. Make yourself at home, Captain. Destination reached. The Groundbreaker. Welcome back, Captain. How? Certainly, Cap. What would you? As you wish, Captain. I must comply with all direct orders. I request you do not wake me if I am sleeping upon your return.
Can we talk? Hey, Captain. I heard that Groundbreaker's got a real good engineer. A lady named Junlei Tennyson? I was thinking that maybe I ought to meet her. If you got time to swing us by, I mean. I don't got much experience fixing actual spaceships. I bet you a can of Borston beans she could teach me all manner of stuff. Thanks, Captain. I'll be sure to make it worth your time. Did you want to talk about something else?
Just checking your ship's manifest. Standard procedure.
Smells like grease and unwashed bodies. Just as I remembered.
That's not the point. This halfwit just knocked out one of my workers.
Yeah, with a tossball stick, I heard you the first time. There weren't any witnesses.
No witnesses? He's not even denying it.
Jackass had it coming.
Shut it, Felix. You're not making this any better.
You get cute with me again, you little Back Bay brat, I will toss you out an airlock.
This is the Groundbreaker, not Byzantium. You ain't the law here. I am. Now move along.
I don't have time for this. Need a trick.
Going for a stroll around the docking base? Sure was. Got a knack for upsetting the board and the Mardettes all at once. Between you and me, I was hoping they'd come to fisticuffs. I had this foreman, right? Guy never liked me, always trying to get a rise up. He's a Spacer's chosen man, though. So when the Chosen beat my Rangers the other night, that's when I broadside... Look, this was a long time coming. Well... Enjoy my freedom. Scrounged together... Hey, not for nothing. But... Captain of the Unreliable. You're like something out of a serial drama. Hey, I don't want to talk your ears off, guessing you got places to be. I appreciate your time. Felix Millstone. Pleased to make your acquaintance. See you around, boss. Going for a stroll around the docking base?
Just arrived? Head over to Customs. Wheeler needs to process you.
Do you mind? I'm trying to file a report.
Move along.
We move cargo 16 hours a day, and half of us still can't afford a bed.
Careful where you smoke. Crew bills us for air filtration.
You don't pay your docking fees, your ship gets seized. I seen it happen.
Gonna head to Varus for whiskey and darts. Maybe not in that order.
Just arrived? Head over to Customs. Wheeler needs to process you.
Customs and inspection, right this way!
Identification, please. Everybody's got an ID. Oh, let me guess. You, left it in your other pants? I hear that one a lot. Captain Hawthorne, you said. Let me apologize in advance. I'm about to ruin your day. According to your ship's record, you've been flagged by the board. Your ship will be impounded until such a time as they see fit to lift it.
But we've hardly been out of Edgewater long enough to get in trouble.
Well, isn't this wonderful? The captain's done something to get on the board's bad side.
Now, hold on. This isn't the end of the world. Probably. You'll want to take it up with Udom Bedford, our board representative here on Groundbreaker. His office is located along the starboard wall of the promenade. Shines like a Byzantium commode. You can't miss it. Access to that information is above my pay grade, and I've turned down 3 promotions, so it stays that way. I shouldn't be mentioning it, but what the hell? This here, impounding your ship, it doesn't happen much. The board knows we don't take kindly to their interfering in our operations. If I had to take a guess as to why, you must have riled up someone important. You take the starch out of him, well, you won't hear any complaints from me. Oh, and if you're headed that way, would you mind doing me a favor? Wanda Dorset over in sickbay, tell her the shipment's not in yet. It's not coming in anytime soon, and if she'd be so obliged to get off my ass about it. A handful of SAM cleaning units retrofitted for surgery. I don't know much else. I stopped listening when she started yelling. Much appreciated. Is there anything else I can help you with? The fence. You'll find her in the rest and go, on your left when you enter the promenade. Make sure you bring an empty belly. He's friendly enough unless you speak ill of him. Not that he would be. Yep, Groundbreaker's the only real independent. Seems like every year the board's offices get bigger. They can't abide an independent township, especially all their interstellar freighters come through us, and we skim a few bits off the top and manifest. Folks around here will bluster that the board hates our freedom, but really, they know we can. You sure you didn't just step off one of the interstellar? There's no working with the board. Groundbreaker cooperating now would be tantamount to joining their... It's a delicate balance, right? We could cancel their freighters' docking. They got assault cruisers, guns. We push them too hard, maybe they decide we'd be better in 10...
The board...
The board is necessary to provide order to the colony. They believe it's their prerogative to overrun you.
It's a tough line to walk, no... Sure thing. Most places are on the promenade deck. Big door yonder. I got a preference for the Lost Hope, my... You need anything else? You let me know. Don't want anyone... Maybe. Most of the shipping traffic in the system passes through Groundbreaker. Every couple of months, we even get a big interstellar freighter. 2 biggest operations are the board. That is, Halcyon Holdings and Sublight Salvage. But there are independent operators around the promenade deck. Most of those jobs are going to take you off station, though. Commandant Sanita might have a couple of folks she needs killed. Bad folks, I mean. Not regular folks. Chief Junlei might have an errand needs running. She's all tied up trying to fix our heat problem. You'll find her in engineering.
No kidding? I'd love to get a look at this old girl's innards. I bet they're real twisty and weird. In a good way.
Happy to help.
You're real good at it, too.
Well, thank you, miss. It's nice to be recognized. Yep.
Can we move this along?
Are you pulling my leg? Goes like this. Back on Earth, before the crossing, a bunch of companies decided to throw in together and form the Halcyon Hold. Yep. Ground seems like... Sitting around, drinking whiskey and smoking... Groundbreaker was one of the original colony vessels to come over on the crossing, a few years before her sister ship, the Hope. Once everybody been de-thawed and dropped dirt side, the original crew of the Groundbreaker decided they rather liked the spacefaring life. I guess that was the start of our independent spirit. Now, here we are. Glad to help. Relative to the board holdings? Not really. But they aren't rich, but they strip the parts from derelict ships and abandoned outposts. Sublight gives me the creeps. They're on the promenade run by a woman named Lily. All right. All right. Most places are on. You need anything else? Be seeing you.
Yeah, huh?
Carry on.
Hey there. Be seeing you.
This is it. Security. I can check the departures registry to find out which crew the Scholar shipped in and out with. As always, I am... So. Nothing too out of... I was destined... Huh. They in turn... They thought I was fighting the plan. The plan is not one rigid... It's like an... I'll run headlong into too many walls in my... I honestly don't know. What about you? And... Well, you do seem different than every... That seems a dangerous proposition. Why? Oh, I see. Bakonu. Philosophism's a false... But... Yes, well, now...
I picked up this weird signal the other day. It was coming from Monarch.
Here we go again. No one lives on Monarch. It's a wasteland. You are hearing things.
No, seriously. There was a lot of static at first, but then this voice said his name was Graham?
Graham, right. Broadcasting on a dead world full of monsters. Now I've heard everything.
You know, it takes more muscles to frown than to smile.
Who told you that? Graham?
I don't have time for this.
asshole.
Not a peep from me.
Thought I saw.
Here they come.
Heading back.
You ever hard up for work? Try Sublight Salvage. Good pay if you're morally flexible.
This heat's unbearable.
This is Halcyon News. We interrupt your regularly scheduled advertisement for the following story. The board would like to remind spacers and other travelers that passage to Monarch is restricted for your protection. Canyons of acid and sulfur rain are the least of the horrors plaguing the surface of Monarch. Anarchists live as one with the animals. Lawless, savage, and unemployed. The board's embargo ensures that nothing can leave the planet and threaten our hard-working citizens. This has been Halcyon News, your only source for news.
Try not to be distracted by the glare of the adverts. Lots of unsavory types about.
Purple-berry flavored center. Suck it. Chew it. You can do it. Rizzo's Purple-berry punch. You want a punch? We've got your punch right here.
Wish we had bigger weapons. But no. Be careful about blowing holes in the hull. Huh.
I don't have time for this.
This heat's unbearable.
So far as you know, I'm not drinking on duty.
That last zero-G was a mistake.
This is Halcyon News. We interrupt your regularly scheduled advertisement for the following story. Tossball finals are scheduled to air soon. Scandal has rocked the league and thrown this pivot.
If you're short on bits, you can work off your tab. Colonials are always itching for a fight.
Seeking relief from the heat? Till June Lay gets those radiators fixed, I've got the next best thing. Stellar Bay proper? Tough to say. The board recalled all the nav keys about 10 years back when the corpse pulled back to Terra 2. It's overrun with beasts, I heard. Big ones. Kinda chew your face off for fun. Might all be board propaganda, though. If you're aiming to get to Stellar Bay, you're gonna have to get your hands dirty. The board don't like them that truck with Monarch. But I ain't the one you ought to be asking. Try Gladys on the promenade. She'll fix you up. Some big shot down in Byzantium's holding auditions for a new adventure serial. So yay, another 6 of those next season. The Radiators, they're fucked 10 ways to Sunday. And we're all sweating buckets wondering when the powers that be are gonna get around to fixing it.
It might be your thermal control system's busted. That can happen if it's not tended to from time to time.
I don't really care what the issue is, kid. I just want it fixed. Sweat's starting to make me chafe in places I shouldn't be chafing. That's not for me to say. But if you're feeling the urge toward helpfulness, you can find Chief Jun Lei in engineering. There's nobody who knows more about the station's guts. Any system you could name, Jun's crawled around inside and made it better. She doesn't come around here often, though. Don't see her as much of a drinker. Too straight-laced for that. Nothing you need and everything you want.
Can we rent an upstairs room?
We interrupt your regularly scheduled advertisement for the following story.
Got my sights on you.
Easy does it.
the news they play here actually true?
This place has a smell, right? It's not just me. Like mold and old socks.
Interrupt your regularly scheduled
How do you do? And welcome to the Rest and Go. We used to be the Go and Rest, but folks never knew when to leave. Sorry. Business has been slow. Anything to occupy the time. Oh, you can't miss her. Right behind you, number 2. First unit on the left, or second unit from the right, depending on which direction you count. Fine, as long as the board keeps its grubby mitts to itself. Chief Tennyson holds the ship together, the Promenade holds our economy together, and... Our Chief Tennyson has an independent streak, same as her mother and grandmother who... There's a reason the board's embassy is a glorified shoebox, while Junlei Tennyson lives and breathes. Our local garbage collectors. That Lilia Hagen never met a... She freely admits she planted her roots in Groundbreaker. Of course, most of our supplies come and go through merchants. Company ships and salvage runs are the only traffic we tend to get. I try and steer clear of that creepy fellow in the moon mask. If there's a cost to being a company man, he paid it in spades. Oh, I'm sorry. Was this your room? I'll just move along. Wait, this is almost certainly my room. That's my underwear on the floor.
This is Halcyon News. We interrupt your regularly scheduled...
Damnable thing about living on a space station. No pigeons to feed. Oh, you can feed the sprats, sure enough. But then the neighbors start moaning about height.
Huh?
Bless my heart. A stranger come knocking on a poor old woman's door. You here for a particular reason? Or did the neighbors tell you how good my sugar cookies are? made without a single natural ingredient, or an oven. Just like store-bought. Those have been the height of illegality since Stellar Bay turned their noses up at the board. You and I could be thrown to the void just for discussing such a transaction. Lucky for us, Groundbreaker's a free port. We're outside of the board's control. For the time being, at least. Now, I only have the one nav key. And they're hard to come by these days. It won't be cheap. If you find yourself lacking in the bits, I might have an opportunity you'd be interested in. Well, I find I'm in need of a ship captain with a little moral flexibility. Might be this could help out the Groundbreaker, as well as earn some bits. But if you've got qualms... Do you know Edna, over in engineering? Sweet as a pea, that one. On occasion, she'll pass along transmissions I might find interesting. She sent me a recording of a distress signal she'd scraped from the Groundbreaker's comm array. Curious thing is, it came from an outpost called Roseway. And Auntie Cleo abandoned that place years ago. Can't say I know for sure. Maybe it never really was.
Sounds like someone poking into somewhere they shouldn't be got into a spot of trouble.
Comm centers don't operate themselves, Captain. Someone had to have sent that distress call manually.
Those corps are cleverer than all get out. Might have been a ruse to keep the rest of the board from sniffing around. Edna didn't seem to think so, and I trust the dear girl's judgment. Well, maybe not in men, but she knows her comms. So, like as not, someone's been down there recently. And if someone set up shop in Roseway, I'd wager they got something to hide. I appreciate a man who knows one when he hears it. If you should find a secret worth selling, might be I could find a buyer. Corporate bigwigs will pay top bit for inside information on their competitors. The more we got the corps fighting each other, the less time they got to meddle in our affairs. My goodness, aren't you quick on the uptake? I like that. Should you find yourself responding to a certain distress call, and in so doing find yourself in possession of certain valuable corporate secrets, well, then we ought to have a chat over a pot of tea and my famous cookies. Law bless your atoms. Here's a copy of the SOS recording complete with the coordinates. Don't forget to come find old Gladys when you're done. Might want to acquaint yourself with Junlei Tennant. You'll find her fretting in engineering. Take that darling ship of yours down to Roseway, where that distress signal shouldn't... What do you want? Groundbreaker's radiators. Miss Junlei's... The board can't abide. They've always got one scheme, but it won't work. That's right, dearie. The board... They've all... But it... Go... Ask the common folk, and they'll... Because I think they made some fool mistake that... Those board folk are real... But old Gladys knows the score. The whole colony's not... That's why we gotta keep them from getting their grubby mitts on Groundbreaker. She's our mess. Probably. Every once in a while, we get these snippets of radio chatter. Edna shows them to me. Some man hooting and hollering about the light in us all. Claims he's transmitting from Monarch. Oh, a little. I also knit throw pillows stuffed with the hair of...
I'm not sure that's...
That's half the reason I make them, my dear. But that's... Anytime, sweet...
This is Halcyon Region. We interrupt your regular...
Sorry about the heat. Chief Tennyson will get the radiators fixed soon. Oh, and it's not the best choice, it's Spacer's choice. A lot of slogans to keep. Heard of it? My orientation Aetherwave showed...
That's true.
Yeah. I hope they're gonna be okay.
That's the Spacer's choice, Spirit. Take what you have, polish it up, and make the best of it. So, what can I get you? Some soap? Everyone loves soap. Everyone will love you for using it, too. I'm bound to satisfy headgear-related inquiries. Please send any complaints to our Consumer Care Headwear Division. Oh, I'm having a stellar day. I can see all of the top... Spacer's choice regrets that we... Sprut walk. Don't miss out on need. Trouble sleeping? Try our lunar eclipse. The blast. Add an additional 10% to your purchase today, and the proceeds will be donated. At Spacer's Choice, we care about your health and emotional well-being. That's why we put Martin through 6 years of vendor school. Oh, even if my contract didn't forbid it, I think it's part of me now. Now, are you ready to make Spacer's Choice Lunar Green Moonmouth lozenges a part of you? Lunar Green. Damn it. No slogan for that one. Look, this hat, my job. It may not seem like much to a brave space captain, but they're all that I have. If there are Now, if we're done with the chit-chat... It's fine. I should be stronger than this. Thanks for taking an interest. Speaking of interest, can I interest you in some... anything and everything? Just the opposite. Oh. Spacer's Choice item. You could go broke buying over... That's why you should get a program currently unapproved in L... Have a look.
Have you tried our... Don't take my word for it. See for yourself. I got you too? Yeah. Same hat. How right you are. Looks really good on you. What a snug...
You think he means it?
As a consumer-facing representative of space, wear it with pride.
Careful where you smoke. The crew bills us for air filtration.
I know she's in there, Mfuru. You can't get me out of there.
Please don't make a scene, Dr. Fenhill.
I am not making a scene. I'm sorry. Am I causing a scene? See, Mfuru? We could have avoided all this unpleasantness if you just let me talk to Jessie in the first place.
Let me get one thing straight. Jessie and I are not friends. I just owe her, okay?
As for the rest, I'm trying to figure that out. All I know is that she's been here too long, and she's apparently not receiving visitors. Be my guest. If you know something I don't about dealing with hospital bureaucracy, I'll be impressed. Good luck getting to Jessie, and better luck if you do.
Something I can help. If only my other patients had... The records say, Miss Doyle... She's not my patient. I'm certain no one on my staff would falsify patient records. Not without We don't have the ability. Regrettably, we'd nearly signed a supply agreement with that. Not without... Take care. What seems... Take care.
Can't say I've seen you before. I take it you're a freighter captain? If you're here to better yourself, you'll have to wait. We're having a spot of trouble with our delivery service. He must be referring to Irion. I'm sure the fool's gotten himself into another scrape. I'm beginning to wonder if I'm ever gonna get my service mechanicals at this rate. I'd be grateful if you'd spare the time. We need his delivery soon as yesterday. Last he told me, he was taking a shortcut by Scylla, an asteroid in the Charybdis cluster. That's where I'd start, were I the adventuring type. You look out the... Keep hanging around. Look. You have...
You ever wonder if maybe folks keep doors closed for a reason?
For the last ratted on rotten top, you hull-headed What? Why? I'm just terrible, dreadful. Should have known she'd send a bruiser after me. Damned if I don't. All right. Seems I've got to do something before...
The truth is, I'm not sick. But if you repeat,
See, I owe them a... Oh, laws. Wait, don't gut me and skin me yet. Please. Surely you wouldn't drag me before... Thanks for helping me with... Or I...
I'm not going anywhere, you hear? You can't keep me out of there.
Please don't make a scene, Dr. Fenhill.
I am not making a scene.
Yeah. Come on, Besides, who wouldn't want to see me? You say that... I just don't like... Be my...
What seems to be the problem? Not with... We... She's not... Take care.
Can't say I've seen you before. I take it you're a freighter captain? If you're here to better yourself, you'll have to wait. I'm expecting our delivery. A brave idiot with a penchant for getting himself delayed. Surgery, mostly. The board won't let their doctors and nurses station here, and they own all the med. Everyone on staff here on Groundbreaker was trained by me or Idris. I'd be... Last he told me, he was taking a shortcut by... You...
Where are we headed?
You know that sound when you... I got a full line of... Why, it gets you the...
All the better...
Self-improvement, including one's weapon.
Take your basic Deadeye assault rifle. Perfectly serviceable. But what if you like getting in close and making a lot... Only takes a... Most ships have a workbench. No and yes. When... Right here for a start. A what? Sorry, hon. So...
Do you know what's happening on Terra 1? Last I heard, the board was in dispute with the Renegade Company. Sounded dire.
They call it Monarch now. Warlords drumming up marauder squads, blood running in the streets, all kinds of shit.
So it went about as well as everybody expected.
Yep, complete fucking fiasco.
C&P Borstwurst. It's not the worst unless it's C&P Borsted Baked Beans.
Looking for some space? Don't take my word for it. Shit. Oh, shit. No, I mean, yeah, excellent. Yeah, that was intentional. As the face of Spacer's Choice, it's my... What can I do? Don't take...
Wondering what they do with their waste. I guess they just chuck it down here. Where's it all go? How about I stay up top? You know, keep watch, okay?
I've got it! Nice one, Catherine!
That's the last of them!
CNP near maple syrup.
How are the repairs
It's
going?
near this complete breakfast.
Just plugged the last of the O2 leaks. I'm ready for downtime.
Nasty encounter you had down there. Sorry, man. Fucking pirates, right? How you planning to spend your night off? Some lonely young Mardette with starships in their eyes?
Figured I'd get in some quality time with Vera's stock.
Let me know when you're heading out. We'll get drinks the night before. Salvage is a family business. We've got each other's backs.
Oh, neat! They got stuff in here I ain't seen in ages.
Salvage? Now, this should prove interesting, to say the least.
Welcome to Sublight Salvage and Shipping. You the one flying? Miss Lily has been expecting you. I'll unlock the door. Sure am. A few years back, they got me started on simple act. These days, I stick to...
So you're the new captain in town. I was hoping you'd make your way to my office. Saves me the work of hunting you down. Lilia Hagen, CEO and Executive Director of Aggressive Operations. I'm guessing you already know about Sublight, otherwise you wouldn't have come. Charmed. It's nice to see the Unreliable again.
Is Ada still at the helm? I don't know how many times I told Hawthorne to restore that smartass to factory settings. I have a salvage job for someone light on...
Just like in the serials?
If you have a nav key to Stellar Bay, the job's... I like that initiative, but if there's any... These days, the scrap business... Our field is persuasive acquisition. Not all of our salvage is abandoned when we find it. So... Good boy. Knew you'd understand. Very. I like to think of myself as the be seeing you.
Welcome back to... That's a good... Yes?
If you're hungry, they're terrified to lock... You know what sprats are? Sprat meat is plenty tasty. Absolutely not. Boar, the other meat, is a registered trade. Terra frying is a spacer's... Legally? No. Between you, me, and this grinder... Might be that this old space hand put a few words in the right ears, and just as well, near about time for me to go check on the Long as you don't mind me grinding spratwurst while we talk.
You look like someone who's taken their share of cuts. We also have a line of specialized melee weapons. Everything I sell is fresh from... Not me, but it's in my blood. After the... I was born into corporate labor, but I'm the first one of my... Everything I...
Hearty greeting, potential customer. Welcome to Auntie's Kitchen, a home-style consumable protein dispensary. May this unit dispense proteins for your ingestion. This unit is programmed to simulate shot simulation non-functional. Beginning dispensing. Some condiments made this unit. Shot simulation restored. In-how. Shot subroutine complete. Estimated guilt level made this unit beginning dispensing. Have you seen this man? Reward offer.